Hey everyone, it is Val the Voice Johnson, and welcome to another edition of Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. Man, oh man, it has been a busy start to February, Black History Month. And you guys, I'm so grateful that you're here and enjoying it with us. Man, oh man, I had an exciting weekend with checking out things regarding, the Grammys. And I was trying to figure out exactly how are the Grammys going to balance being entertaining but sensitive. And I think with a phenomenal host like Trevor Noah, and then also I want to say toned down performances than what we've seen years past, it was a nice balance. I actually enjoyed the awards this year. Well, it doesn't matter because a lot of history was being made, I'm telling you, all throughout. So we're going to be back. We're coming here to you live from where we are. I don't know why. Okay, there we go. I see Mr. Springer is in the building. And of course, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. But of course, we're going to get it going right now with the opening. Let you guys know what's up. Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. It gets started right now. Hey everyone, it is Interludes Extra Presents Talk on Tuesdays. I'm your host, Val the Voice Johnson. Man, oh man, we got an exciting show planned for you today. And of course, we're here and we're excited that you all are joining us. Oh my goodness. Well, let me make sure I take care of some business first. You know how it goes when you got to make sure you take care of business. Okay, now I'm looking for, oh yeah, there we go. It's ours. Of course, we want to let you guys know that we have our affiliate sponsor, Key Spot. Oh my goodness, it's a beautiful thing. Connect, share, and grow. And of course, thank you so very much. Get the support you need for your business with Key Spot Business Partners Program, including business promotions on the Key Spot app. Referrals, networking, resources, IT discounts. Sign up and join the Key Spot community right here. And of course, Mr. Springer has gone ahead and placed it in the chat. You want a little bit more information about Key Spot, go to keyspot.app.com. I'm telling you, it's been fun getting to know Cynthia, who has been helping me get my website together. And of course, we're going to go ahead and make sure that we take care of that as well. And of course, A DJ Saved My Life. That is the book that I have written. It is coming to a printed, published situation near you. I'm so excited. It's part memoir and part 7. And also it tells you the ABCs of starting your own podcast. If you'd like to go get some more information about that or about merch, I'm so happy to do this. I ordered this. This is my hoodie of A DJ Saved My Life. I'm having a good whoop with this. The wonderful thing right here. And thank you so much, Mr. Springer. And just to understand, I've always wanted to have some kind of merch. I'm excited. I've been meaning to show this to you guys since I got it. It is a mug with the DJ Saved My Life. I think that's cool. And then I have a notebook, which is kind of cool. And this stuff is all available on purelightHousemedia.net. That's just the store. The full website is coming. So I'm just having a good time, hanging out with this. There's me on the side too. It's weird seeing yourself on a book. I don't know. It's a fun thing. Thank you so very much. It never gets old to do that type of thing. So thank you so very much. And did Jules, thank you so very much. Solid read, very much so. The black mug, yes, it looks really good when it's a black mug. I don't know. It's something about black I love. It's Black History Month. I don't know. Oh my goodness. And of course, we want to let you guys know about our Patreon. That is where we do, my comedy routine that I did for New Year's Eve. That's over there. But of course, if you want to know more information about starting your own podcast and some behind the scenes that happens here, you'll just go ahead and go to patreon.com/interludes. And you can get some more information about that, which is always good. Oh my goodness. And of course, we're celebrating Black History Month. It is February, so this is the exciting thing to do regarding that. I love when I'm able to celebrate Black History Month. I started doing Black History Month spots. I did radio spots when I did radio back years ago. I'm not going to say. I know you guys are wondering why does Valerie have the Michael Jackson glove? This is for I do a lot of clicking on the mouse, so I have to get a little help here. So that's how that works. And thank you so much, Mr. Springer. He says, "Happy Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen." Yes, of course, which is always a fun time. Oh my goodness. You know what? I have to say, and before we get into our main situation that we're talking about here, I found out yesterday when Coach had me on for the Pull Up Podcast show. We were discussing what's going to be happening in a couple of days, which is called the Super Bowl. And of course, me and Coach Tony, we had a blast last night, of course, and he's predicting that the Chiefs are going to win by 10. This is for promotional purposes only. I always say this in his steed. I don't want him to get in trouble. For promotional purposes only. We do not want him to get in trouble. But anyway, I think it would be fun if Philadelphia won. I'm just saying that. But for right now, that's his prediction. And of course, we just had a good time. He was really going on about Caitlin Clark. She's retired her number at Iowa University. And then also just a lot of talented folks that are happening. And of course, the trades that were happening. Luka Davis coming over to the Lakers. I'm getting a lot of education. I get education from Coach all the time from him, which is phenomenal. And then we're going to have Sylvia Crawley Spawn next week for the podcast show. So we're really excited about that's happening. Oh, I see. I was wearing the same colors from yesterday. They're similar. Oh my goodness. Well, anyway, I'm a huge fan of Morris Chestnut. I don't know about anyone else, but I think after one of the football situations that happened, I think it was last week, the show Watson is coming to CBS. If you guys have Paramount Plus, this is coming. I don't know the full story behind Sherlock Holmes and Watson, but I feel like it's reimagined, and he's a brilliant scientist. Now, here you go. You guys recognize that's Sherlock Holmes and Watson from the English time. But Watson this time is reimagined. So, of course, Jules is saying go Chiefs. So I see a lot of people are rooting for the Chiefs. That's just how that's it. But hopefully Jules is cheering for the fact that now we're gonna have a brother portraying Watson here. And like I said, I'm excited to see where this thing is gonna go. Regarding, I want to call it Morris Chestnut being this. And of course, he has been, oh my gosh, he has been in so many. He's been acting since, oh gosh, Boys in the Hood. So we're walking it back to, like, I don't know, 1990. Well, anyway, what is Watson about? Let's take a look. I think Watson, it's based on a Craig Sweeney, and it premiered at the end of January, and it's a medical drama and with detective elements. And so it is around now. He is portraying Dr. John Watson, and this is from the Sherlock Holmes stories. And so I'm just thinking, CBS has done Sherlock Holmes before. Remember the show Elementary? You guys remember that show? Yeah. So and this is 1 year after Sherlock Holmes' apparent death. And something happens at the falls. Dr. John Watson resumes his medical practice by opening the Holmes Clinic in Pittsburgh to treat patients with strange things that happen to him. So I'm excited to see where this show goes. If you guys will let me know what you all think in the chat, will you be watching Morris Chestnut portray a doctor? I think he'd get away with that. He should be a war hero. All right, Jules. Maybe not. And of course, like I said, one of the great things about Morris Chestnut is that he can show up to the Grammys looking glammed out and looking phenomenal. Everyone kept showing him and his wife from the Grammys. And I was just like, oh, what a wonderful picture. There's a couple of pictures floating around the internet regarding that, which I think is beautiful. There he is with his lovely wife. And of course, and that's the question. Thanks a lot, Mr. Springer. Will you be watching Morris Chestnut as Dr. John Watson? I know I'm going to check it out. So I think you guys should too. And of course, it'll be premiering. They did like a preview premiere at the end of January, right after one of the deciding football games that happened. But now it's going to be streaming on Paramount Plus, and then premiering on CBS a little bit later this month. So just Black history, Black love, just Black everything, just Black. I love it. Oh my goodness. So I guess we should get into the Grammys and talk about that. You know what I really wanted, and oh, this is it. Jules says in the original, he's a doctor who was a soldier. Okay. They do not have any. I don't think Dr. John Watson in this reimagining of retelling of the Sherlock Holmes Watson story is Chestnut. I don't think he's an ex-war hero, but I've got to watch. I watched the first episode. I liked it, and I thought I would mention it to you guys and let you guys know what it's all about. I saw something a little disturbing regarding the Grammys. And when I say that, I don't get a chance to see the red carpet. For some reason, I was looking online, and I went to YouTube, and I went to the Grammys, and I was kind of looking around for that. But something went viral over the last 24 hours. Two young ladies that work for AP, the reporters that work for AP, I think their names are Leslie Ambritz and Crystal. They work for the Associated Press. Now, they did an apology, but here's my question. Do you all know who Babyface, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds is? Do you all know who Babyface is? I know who Babyface is. I don't know if anybody else doesn't know who Babyface is, but I know who he is. But apparently, these young children did not know who he was. They asked him to come up and speak, and then all of a sudden, they wanted to speak to another more popular singer who actually won for Best New Artist on yesterday. But I wanted to go ahead and show you this video that I saw. I was a little disturbed by it, but let's do this. Let's play what happened first, and then we'll get to it. Let me go ahead. Now, this is them talking to Babyface, and this was just before the Grammys, just like everyone kind of walking the red carpet. Let's go ahead and share it real quick. You guys let me know what you all think about this. Here we go.
Yes, I think it's interesting.
Chapel.
You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. Hello. How's it going, Chapel? Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh my gosh.
I think
So they did an
Kicking
apology.
us off, but we want to thank you. But first, I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. Chapel Roan had come up, and there was a lot of commotion as there is on these carpets. But I'm a big Babyface fan, and as are we all. And so I just wanted to say that I really apologize. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great. Kicking us off, but we want to thank you.
I want to know what you all think about that. I'm a little disturbed by what I saw. A lot of folks, a lot of folks that do what I do with YouTube, they are going off on these two young ladies. Now I appreciate them doing an apology. I think they showed that. But if you're working with anyone, if you're working with a news service like the Associated Press, you want to, and you see, and you're working the red carpet, you want to interview the folks that come down the red carpet. You don't want to ignore anyone or tell someone to, hey, let's go ahead and talk to this person very quickly. Or, and Babyface, he handed the mic back to the young ladies. He's, oh, you want to handle that? And he walked away. And this was one of the things, this is one of the weird viral moments from Sunday. Do you think that they should have spoken to him longer, or should they have gone ahead and continued on with someone else? And of course, that's Jules. Jules is going, this is a little disturbing to me. I don't understand why, and here's the thing, and I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I show this. The person that they shoved to the side, or they said they wanted to go ahead and she won Best New Artist on Sunday. She's an artist that I'm not familiar with, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up her name here real quick. So let me see here all the folks that won. And so a lot of folks were nominated. And here's the thing, for the Grammys, it's over 90 categories. There's over 90 awards that are awarded that night. So we saw 3 hours and 50 minutes of show. But my goodness, it's ridiculous. Let me see. Okay, Best New Artist. The young lady who won was Chappelle Roan, and that is who they said let's shoo you off so we talk to it. Babyface has been a producer and writer for over 3 decades, going on 4. I don't understand why they didn't allow him to speak. It was a little disturbing. Jules says, yeah, they should have. They interrupted him. Doggone millennials. I don't know if they were millennials. I think they were younger than that. Rudeness balance. Come on, Jules. I don't understand it. It's a little sad. It's a little disturbing, but I really think that it's interestingly enough. So, like I said, Babyface was classy about it. He didn't say anything. He didn't curse or anything. He just handed the mic back and he walked away. But we do that. We're classy. We're classy when people are not classy. They apologize. Do you think their apology was enough? It's gone viral now, so people are upset with you guys. Don't do it again. If you work a red carpet for the Associated Press, who is this? Leslie and Crystal, let's not do that. Just please. Oh, who really went off on the whole situation was one of the gentlemen from Boyz II Men. I can't think of his name right now. He really went off, but he went off very calmly because he said that it's not done in the sports world. If Tony was here, he could definitely speak to that, but very, very disrespectful. I'm telling you, very, very disrespectful. Oh my gosh. I see Mr. Coach is here, I wanted to show something to you. We were talking about Babyface being dissed by the ladies who were going to be interviewing him. And let me show it to you real quick because we want to get.
Sometimes people don't know better, Val. I already seen it.
So
Nate from Boys Men had his back though.
You sing
Chapel.
you guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry. Hello. How's it going, Chapel? Hello.
Yes.
How are you?
Oh my gosh. Kicking us off, but we want to thank you. But first, I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. Chapel Roan had come up, and there was a lot of commotion, as there is on these carpets. But I'm a big Babyface fan, and as are we all. And so I just wanted to say that I really apologize. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great.
Again, like I told you last night, that'd be just like me interviewing Jordan, and all of a sudden, back in the as a GOAT in the game, and then all of a sudden, like Megan Thee Stallion or one of them walk by. I mean, it's all good. Got to get a GOAT to respect, and you can't come back and say that and then try to apologize. If I was Babyface, I'd have clowned him. I'd be like, look, this is my interview. I think you need to wait, and she can come on when I get finished. Now, as I was saying, and I would have continued to talk.
And what I said earlier is that Chappelle Roan, she won for Best New Artist. She did a performance of the Pink Pony. That was a fun performance that I saw from Sunday. But here's the thing. She got dropped from her record label. And when she did her acceptance speech, she went off on her record label not supporting her, not understanding her mental health and all of that. And I was like, oh my goodness. So this is an artist that's got a young voice, but definitely powerful. But you're interviewing someone, a world-renowned musician, writer, producer, Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Stay in the interview, please.
How this should have went down was this.
Okay.
Hey, baby, what's going on, man? This your main man's and them. It's your boy, Coach Tony. And then kick it to you. I'm a blah, 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 blah. Oh, there goes such and such. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm talking to Babyface. You have you met Babyface before? Come up, Babyface, and let me introduce you such and such. Babyface may not know who the young artist was. Now, we were like, hey, Babyface, is there anything that you can bestow upon this young artist as she started to kick her career off in terms of the industry and this and that? Then let Babyface do his thing. And then Babyface probably would have chilled, let the young lady made a comment, said this and said that, and then he would have probably said, hey, listen, I appreciate the time. Great meeting you. Let me excuse myself, continue the interview, and nothing would have become of it. Now she goes to a record label, she gets her little ass dropped, and now she picked the phone up and said, hey, Babyface, remember me? I was on the red carpet with you. Oh, yeah. Hey, my record label didn't think I was doing this and that. I really want to work with you. Hey, come on down to the studio. Now, all of a sudden, it's like an NIL deal, Val. I lost Nike, but I got Adidas in the backyard. Now,
I
think it's zero.
I don't think people understand that the power of networking. Like on the red carpet is the ideal place to network, to talk, to get to know people. There's a lot of famous people that don't know each other. We make the assumptions that everybody knows everybody, but that's not the case. A lot of people.
There's a lot of superstars that say when they meet other superstars, they're in awe sometimes. Matter of fact, there was a situation that just happened recently with Keanu Reeves on a plane, and another white man thought he was a bum and went off on him, and then came and got the airline stewardess who she didn't even know who it was until somebody had to put her up on game. So sometimes there's people who don't know people.
Exactly. And like I said, it's not that it's very busy when you're on the red carpet and you're covering it. This is something that I hope to do one day, to be able to interview stars on the red carpet. Mm-hmm.
She could have said that. She could have been like, hey, what the statement that she just made, she could have made that her first statement. She could have said, Babyface, don't go nowhere. Listen, as you guys can see, you're looking at it in real life time. The carpet is very busy. You don't have any idea who's going to walk by. Hey, such is walking by. I want to make sure I grab them. Babyface, I don't want to leave out of this interview. Hey, listen, come over and let me introduce you guys. And again, Val, if done in the correct way, boom. But these young kids nowadays don't have that respect. They don't have that love for the GOATs. They don't respect the GOATs. And now, as we talked about last night, the last GOAT in the league is LeBron. LA about to, they should have respected him. About to see.
Another GOAT in the game that presented yesterday was Queen Latifah. Yes, yes.
UNITY. UNITY. That's a unity.
Wait a minute. Jules said, preach, Coach Tone. Preach it.
Man.
Oh my gosh. Preach. But this is an award I think was first awarded to the Global Impact Award, named after Dr. Dre. So this year it ended up going to Alicia Keys. And so she was there with her husband and 2 children. And so this was, I guess, a very a proud moment. I kind of wanted to mention this. And of course, Dre was there, which is always weird. You know, you got an award named after you, and you're there to see who wins the Global Impact Award. It was Jay-Z last year, but now it goes to Alicia Keys, and so
I think it's a good choice, Alicia Keys. She just came out, did some hell of a good things this year. She had a beautiful documentary this year where she surprised the Boys and Girls Club in New York, where she went to school at. She went to a couple of theirs and got them out to Symphony Hall, got a group of kids out to Carnegie Mellon. So Alicia's putting in that behind the scenes work, and some of the stars don't do it. And I'm a big Alicia Keys fan. I love it.
Yeah, I'm a huge Alicia Keys fan as well too. I just had to kind of regulate my feelings about Alicia just based on what happened. And we're talking years and years ago, when unfortunately she won. This was her first album, Songs in A Minor. And she was put up against all of these awards. She was put up against India Ari. And I hated the way the industry kind of, put these women pitted them against each other. And then everything went to Alicia and not to India Ari, and you could visibly seeing her, emotional about it. Because I think this was in 2002. Songs in A Minor was released in 2001, the first year I moved to New York, and I think India Ari
like that though, Val.
I hate that though. That's not
like
cool.
that. Have you seen a Taylor Swift award show that where she batted first, she batted second, third, clean up. She hit a couple home runs, couple doubles, got a couple outs. It was the Taylor Swift show. And that's how the Swiftie Nation grew. That's why I was so excited and pumped up for Beyoncé this year.
Yeah, and I was happy to see that. And here's the thing. I think she was nominated for a lot of awards this year, Taylor Swift. But Taylor was, I want to say, celebratory and happy for a lot of other folks. She wasn't just celebrating for, some folks. It was just a lot of folks. I want to
when you're on top of the world like that though, Val, what I like, people blast me. I like Taylor Swift. They blast me. I like Caitlin Clark. It is what it is. But and I support everybody on that. But the crazy part about it is that sometimes when you are just that high up on your game, you want other people to be up there, because when you're that high up in your game and when you stay that high up, there's no one to compete with. So after a while, it becomes boring. Dr. Dre explained, I love that he talked to him and Snoop. He was like, he cut the deal with Beats, became the first, producer to do that. And then people were talking crazy. He said, that's why I put it in my record. How the heck you gonna say that Drake fell off when my last album was The Chronic? Like, you got to listen to the lyrics. I can't have
Exactly.
falling off when my last album was The Chronic. I've done some projects, but my last full album until this year, him and Snoop, Eminem, 50, and them boys, and just put a new album out that just launched a few weeks ago. So, I mean, for Dre to have an award named after him, being the artist and give that away, that's awesome. For Taylor Swift to take a back seat to this, because sometimes, Val, you know, I hate to say it like this, but sometimes we don't get our own flowers until our own people give us our flowers, and that's usually on the BET Awards or the Source Awards. But when it
Or
comes
the
to
NAACP awards, yeah.
double A, but when it comes to the PWI Awards, you know, we're far and few. You know, so to get one and to get a headliner and to get Alicia Keys and to get a Beyonce the same night with a Kendrick Lamar. And did you hear what Kendrick Lamar said?
Wait, before we
Okay.
get to Kendrick Lamar, because we're rolling up to Kendrick Lamar right now. Trevor Noah, I definitely want to make sure that I mention this. This is now his 5th year hosting. This is now the 67th Grammy Awards. He did it with such class and flair. If you guys can see the QR code that's in the lower, it's my left-hand corner, but it's the right-hand corner for you guys. He mentioned it often. Definitely the right balance of comedy, but then sensitivity when it came to, you know, this show is going to be a little bit different. He literally started the show saying things are going to be a little bit different this year. And I really appreciated that. I really did, Tony. I really did.
Yep. And Trevor's Trevor. You know, I mean, I love him. The dude, to me, he's the political satire, right?
Yes.
That we miss. The young brother's knowledgeable on the political front, and a lot of people don't know that. And he ties it in so well with comedy that you got to just like, wow. It's kind of like Chappelle. Chappelle's masterful because he can talk to you about a whole situation in one situation, but it take him 30 minutes to describe it. And by the time you finish, the punchline's at the end, but you listen the whole time. Same thing with Trevor, you know, and then he's like, hey, okay, I see Taylor in the house. She ain't won no award, but she bumping a lot of glasses over here. So that's kind of like, hey, Taylor, I know you didn't, you know, you got the Swifties here, but I'll see you next weekend at the Super Bowl. So these people won't be at, you know. So it's like that little soft, jokey joke that you got to listen to it real careful to pick up on it. I love what he did.
Yeah, and he's always joking around about his citizenship. Like, okay, the administration has changed. I don't know if I'll be here next year, but you know, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it just kind of that sly uppercut. The one thing that was remarkable, and I hate to just go right almost to the very end, was that the firefighters, including the fire chief in Los Angeles, they were there and they presented the last award of one of the last awards of the evening, which was really remarkable. You had everyone in the auditorium give them a standing ovation because this, you know, this was something that was very, very emotional for a lot of people that, you know, these gentlemen and women have put their lives on the line to save animals, people, and then some things, homes, but entire neighborhoods have been burnt out. But what was very classy about what happened with the Grammys this year is that they highlighted not one, not two, but about 6 different businesses, local businesses that were deeply affected by the LA fires, and they had a full-fledged commercial for them, a website and everything. And in fact, I think Kendrick Lamar did appear in one of the commercials, and I was thinking, I wonder how that happened. But number one, you have a business that's been around for decades and it's burnt out because of the fires. And so this was really, really classy. And I'm glad that they thought about not only the folks that lost their homes, but the businesses as well, too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go back to the fire chief. She ended up being on CBS this morning with Gail and Nate.
Mhm.
She had no idea how to react. And the funny part about the tie-in to that, I don't know if you heard the backstory, but she had a situation happen in her own house and this and that. And she's originally from Texas area, moving to
Mhm.
LA and now the chief. And she's a huge Beyoncé fan. And she had just played the album the night before, as she said,
Wow.
to calm her nerves and everything. So the reason why she stuttered so bad on stage was when she opened it up and saw it was Beyonce, Carter came out first versus Cowboy, and she
Yeah.
said she was just so overwhelmed with joy. It was just great. It was also awesome. I think this is Beyonce's 12th time, and she finally got the Grammy. Uh, you know, it's amazing, man. It's kind of like you've been MVP, you've been Player of the Year, you've been All Defensive Team, you've been multiple this, multiple that. You even got a big contract. You even got millions of dollars. You even re-signed to such and did this, this, and that. You even played in the best cities in America, in LA, New York, and Chicago. But you never had the chance to win that big ring. And then you get put on a team and you go and get to see how it feels to get that one ring on your hand. NBA, Major League Baseball, football. It's like, wow. That's kind of feeling she said that she had. And it was great because it was the same night that her favorite artist, Beyonce, finally got her just due.
Last year, who is this? Jay-Z, when he accepted the um, Global Impact Award, his daughter came up there with him, and then he mentioned I didn't quite recognize Beyonce last year because she was putting it out there. I'm going to release this country album, but the word hadn't officially been out yet. And he says, my wife, she's wanted to win the album or the record of the year or one of the coveted years, the album of the year for I don't know, all these years. And he says she's won all these awards, but she's never won this. And then I was just thinking, I'm like, I wonder if he had something to do with whatever that happened. So what ended up happening was, number one, there was a shock Beyonce that happened with her winning the best
I don't think
country
Jay-Z had
album.
nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I don't think because it's the 13,000 voters of the Grammys. Like there's 13,000 musicians.
I think that they saw
Mhm.
that Cowboy album was respected in that space.
Mhm.
I think that they saw the way she was called all kind of B words and N words from the Billboard and H words from the Billboard she had up. And then I think that I see the fans saw where the CMAs completely disrespected her. And I think that they came up and they wanted to make sure she had her flowers. And that's the only award she ain't gotten. Now the whole entire mantle is complete.
So now this is according to a couple of places, USA Today and also AOL.com. Beyonce becomes the first Black woman to win a Grammy for a country music song since the Pointer Sisters won in a similar category in 1975. The song 16 Carriages, a singer, then wrote the best country album for Cowboy Carter. And
Wow.
I here's the thing: there's been very few people of color who have won in the lane of country, and I'm just thinking, because I'm telling you, last year we talked about this. And I'm like, why is she going country? This doesn't make sense to me. And then
But you know
when
what's so cool about all of it, Ryan?
right, what?
What's so cool about all this is, like the Super Bowl next week, it all is happening in Black History Month during the year that we got turmoil, starting the new people in the house. Let's say that.
We'll say that. That's a good thing to say.
And to see that these few awards, Super Bowl trophy, the Grammys, I think the Image Awards, the NAACP's get ready to come out. All of that happen to be right here in the month of February. So you celebrating Black History Month, right? But we also, Val, we are producing new Black History milestones.
Yeah. Now,
amen, amen.
So yeah, so that's the thing about that. And like I said, I was thinking that I just didn't know how much of a trailblazer she was in this lane of country music, and that in her speech she says it's been many years, but she says I want to dedicate this one of her wins to Mrs. Martell. And she's referencing Linda Martell, the performer who became the first Black woman to play at the Grand Ole Opry. I'm sitting here going, history. This is major. You guys let us know in the chat what you think about that. Like I said, there's a couple of songs I heard on Cowboy Carter. I'm like, oh, okay, it's not too bad. But I've unfortunately put this child in a box. I've put her in the genre of pop, R&B, and now dance music. But then I have to remember with Renaissance, that wasn't a straight pop record. That was dance house music. Remember?
Exactly. And that's why I loved it, because people went crazy on that album and didn't respect it. And then the crazy part about that album, Val, was she bit off of Drake, because Drake dropped the house album and he was beat over the head. He was beat over the head, and people said Drake was destroying hip hop. And that album was a smash, all house music. And it went #1 over in Europe. And Beyonce was like, hold up. I think old boy got something. And so she comes back and drops a house album herself with nothing but house music. And it was like ridiculous. That's how talented this young lady is. And then she said, you know something? Hold up. I'm down here in Texas. I'm going to drop me one of them Texas sounds, get on the radio, and I'm going to play me some songs, and I'm going to drop me Carter Cowboy, and it's going to be the best album of the year. And they didn't even vote me in, but then the following year, I got a Grammy. So what you think about that?
What was fun was when I caught this. When Beyonce won the country album, you saw Taylor Swift and Jay-Z toasting.
Exactly.
That cracked me up.
You know the funny part about that? You know the funny part about that?
What?
This is the same situation in reverse. When Jay was hating the year that Beyonce didn't win a Taylor, and Kanye West came up and knocked Taylor Swift's microphone out of her hand, called all kinds of words. So that just lets you know how big Swiftie. Again, I keep telling you, y'all gonna have to follow your mans in them, because I'm gonna get this together and we gonna make a Beyonce and Swiftie. We gonna do a concert. I'm telling you. Your boy
That's
Tony told me.
That's gonna be fun. And did you remember Charlie Pride? Jules is in
I
the
love
chat.
Charlie Pride. He had the nappy afro. Of course I know Charlie Pride. He had the nappy afro with the books, with the big old Bookman smile. Remember Bookman from Good Times?
Oh, Good Times, yeah, most definitely. Oh my goodness. And she mentioned this on a couple of places, that she was very happy to win these awards, in front of her daughter Blue Ivy.
Man,
so
Blue,
I was like, oh,
she's so tall. She taller than Jay-Z. She damn near looking down at him like, what, sit down.
Oh my goodness. Another person that made history Grammy night, and we did not see her win the award, but this was something that was really cool. Sheila E. Sheila E. won for
My girl.
one of the songs she released last year. Let
Is
me
that the
see
one
what.
with Gloria Stefan?
Yeah, she won an award. She's a first-time Grammy winner. And she won for I hope not to do this. Bimba Cornera, and it's her collaboration with Gloria Stefan and Mimi Scular. It's her first win in the 6 nominations spanning 4 decades since the last time she was nominated back in 1985.
Hey, now let me tell you something.
A
I
long
don't
time.
give a damn what y'all saying and what you're in. That's the GOAT. You can drop out 30 years and come back and still get a young folks some heat upside their head. Pop, 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 pop. Come on. Mike Tyson tried it and got his ass knocked out, right? Jordan talked about coming back, sit on down. LeBron, he can't leave and come back, so he gonna ride it out. And now they gonna push him out. And Gloria just said, I'm gonna sit here and chill, come in this music game, and I'm gonna ride it out 30 stacks. Then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you what the old lady could do. Hey, let me tell you something.
This is image courtesy of Getty Images, but her category.
That's who we
was
need to
not
get on this
known.
show. We need to get Sheila E on the show.
We need to get Sheila E on the show. I love Sheila E. I actually
Tina,
for my
what Tina? What Tina?
Tina Michelle, you want to, we need to hook up.
Hey, you been summoned. Tina, you been summoned. Let's get to work.
I can't believe it's been 40 years since she was nominated and she finally wins.
And she'll still look 30. And that's that Latino, the brothers of Latino that don't be cracking up. Thank you, those señoritas. Hey, Sheila. Hey, I'm available for dinner. That's all I'm saying. We can talk.
So the other big winner of the night was Kendrick Lamar. Now,
my boy.
I want to. We're gonna get it.
He out there, like we told CJ Dawes, he out there crip walking.
Now, that Not Like Us is what he won for Record of the Year and Song of the Year.
And he should have won best. Now, let me make sure I put this right because I don't want nobody. He should have won top 3 all-time best diss tracks ever. Because there's 2 other diss tracks that I love. I think is a little bit better than what he did, but he is right there between number 1, 2, and 3. And I'm telling you something, he damn near put Drake out of business. He sent Drake. He made Drake go get a lawyer. He talking about, I'm gonna sue. I got a lawsuit. Man, sit down. Streets.
Oh my gosh! So he is the most awarded rap artist in the Grammy history, according to USA Today. So it's a diss track, as we said, Not Like Us. And I think
who get the paper, Val? Who get the money, Val?
That would be him.
No, that would be Dr. Dre.
Oh, Dre gets it. Okay, all right.
That's why Dre is the GOAT. Hey, Val, you going out there and do interludes, but just make sure at the end of the show you send me that check. I'm gonna be at the crib watching the movie. That's when you to go. Hey, but Drake came to the awards, got an award, right? Named an award after the Dre Awards, and then his best artist get another award, so he get accolades too. That's what you call a GOAT.
So here's the thing. Not Like Us won Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Best Music Video, Best Rap Song, and Best Rap Performance.
Wow.
Yeah. So those were.
Hey, you sure they didn't add on best packaging, best album cover, best vinyl?
He didn't release an album. No, this was. Keep in mind, this was a diss track. This was a standing rap battle against Drake. Now, here's my question
Let
to
me tell
you.
you something,
Now,
Val. You got to know the right people because I already got it on vinyl.
well, here's my question to you, because I did not know this. Has the rap battle between Drake and Kendrick been going on since the mid 2010s? I don't know.
Not really, because Drake was established then, and Kendrick wasn't even, for those that don't know. So Kendrick come up out of the battle, like where they were putting the TV shows on TV, and they were trying to find the best hip hop artists, and like Pop Smoke, and all that. Pop Smoke came from, Rhythm and Rhymes, where he won the first season of Rhythm and Rhymes, and he went on to be that Pop Smoke. And then this year they had Lotto and Luda and
Okay.
DJ Khaled come up with a new artist. So they came through that genre. And so when Kendrick Lamar was kind of busting out on the scene, Drake had a envision of what he was trying to do when he put that first album out. And Kendrick came out with that album at the time the United States was going through some problems right during the time of the war, the presidency. Obama was coming in at White House and so forth and so on. And so, that freedom was like, that hit hard. That, to me, that song hit harder than Not Like Us, only because it was something that he was talking to America on that song. That's why he named it America. That's why it hit so hard. But this here came down to a beef between two great artists who was basically saying, the game is right now, Val, slipping. Because for all y'all young folks in the hip hop game, I know y'all doing y'all thing, but quiet as kept, house music is on its way back. Just tell you. Don't say nothing to Coach Tony when they sneak up on you. But house music is balling right now. If you don't know about it, you better get on the internet to iHeartRadio and go to Defected Music and listen to it. But when Kendrick came up and him and Drake bumped heads, it wasn't him and Drake. It was three people. Do you know who the third person was?
Who's the third person? I have no clue.
So the third person was J. Cole, who I love, because I think J. Cole is one of the coldest lyricists outside of Nas. But J. Cole said that when it all started to go down, he thought it was just a funny rap battle. And then when he sat back and he listened to what Kendrick was saying, then he listened to what Drake clapped back, then Kendrick clapped back, then Drake clapped back. Neither one of them came at him. So he felt, something? Let me step back and bow out and let these two brothers, let these two kings go at it. And all of a sudden, it got to the point where it got so heated, then he dropped this Not Like Us, and the rest is history.
Now here's the thing. Now, right here, this is kind of a preview of the halftime show that it's been presented by Apple Music for the last couple of years. And so with this, and this is him on the cover here with Scissor, song that when I got familiar with Drake, it was the song from the Black Panther soundtrack, All the Stars. And that's the song that so if you hear his lines in that, it's like, to me, I'm like, who is he talking to? But in my mind, I thought, he was in the voice of the character Killmonger, portrayed by Michael B. Jordan. But then people were telling me, they were like, no, Val, he was dissing Drake or dissing somebody back then. I was like, he was? Now that came out in February of 2018, the soundtrack for the movie Black Panther, and then of course Black Panther came out in 2018 too. So can you
you was kind of right. It was a part he was just simply playing for the movie, for the character. So I don't know who thought that. Had really nothing to do with Drake. He just simply dropped the line in there that then ended up picking up on a hook piece to drop this beef that they got going on. Because there was only a one-liner in there. He said something. I think he was basically doing it, kind of letting Drake know, you out there doing this and that, but check this out. I'm spitting one for a movie. My track is on a movie.
Okay. Okay.
So I don't know where you at. You out here spitting against me, but I'm out here on this movie, and it's the Black Panther. And then I think that Drake picked up on that one line. Then I think a few months down the road to a year or so down the road, and that's when the beef kind of jumped off.
Yeah, and I think with the song, and that this is a song I hope that he performs Sunday for the halftime show. This is one of my favorites from him, All the Stars. When I'm telling, I got a real.
I want This Is America.
I want him to do All the Stars. One of my favorite lines from All the Stars, because I like it, because he does it. It's SZA, then it's him. You don't hear from him again. Then she does kind of the hook, and then she sings a thing too. What is this line? I hate people that feel entitled. Look at me crazy because I didn't invite you. Oh, you're important. You're the moral to the story. You endorsing. I don't even like you. I love that line for some reason.
That's the line that you like out of the diss to tell. You talking about the diss to Drake?
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm thinking.
That ain't the subliminal line. That ain't what blew everything up. But those, I'm a hip hop guy, big time. I still DJ big time. The line and the whole track that blew everything up and kind of put everything and kind of made Drake think this was gang ties and all that is when he told Drake I think Compton, I think Cali will be your last stop. So the next time you come, you need to check in because don't come back this way no more. You got to listen to that track. When he told
what song is this?
Just Like Us.
Oh, not like us.
Yeah. But he told Drake, you can't come to the West Coast no more. And if you do come to the West Coast, moving forward, you need to make a phone call and check in before you get here. Because if you don't, this will be your last stop. Come on, man. You got it. Man, I don't know what line you like, but that line right there, that's a beefing line. So, because you try to tell me, hold on, I can do a world tour, but if I come to LA or San Fran or San Diego, I got to call Val before I come in the state. Who you think you are? And he said, I told you who I am, because you're not like us.
He's Canadian. And here's the other thing.
I don't care if you're African.
You just, I would have, Drake is popular. And I feel like his popularity has taken a hit because who obviously won the battle, because rap battles have been going around since the late 70s, early 80s. They have been around for a long time.
Hey,
so
way back around the Grandmaster Fast, Dana Dane, Big Rick, it's big time.
All those guys. But here's the thing: if you properly know how to diss or how to, gain some popularity with doing that, you eventually come together with the person that you're dissing, or you guys, this makes more money for you and everybody else. Drake wanted to sue and get
because he got his feelings hurt. Come on, man, he got his feelings hurt on the yard, Val. He was out there on the swing.
Your feelings don't.
Somebody came behind you. You remember you been on the swing when you was a kid and you try to swing up real tall and you get up so high you try to jump out the swing and land. He was going, somebody ran up on his ass and pushed him so hard he flipped over. That's what happened to him.
Well, I'm just thinking that I did not realize that you could not win not one, not two, but 5 Grammys for dissing someone that you tell that you're not like us and we don't like you. But here's the thing: I think this song will definitely. Huh?
That's his new music. That is the genre of social media. And that's what we get. Because you can't tell me that LL Cool J and Kool Moe Dee didn't have a good battle, right?
Yeah,
You couldn't
they
tell me
did.
that Ice Cube and No Vaseline didn't have a good battle with the group he just left in NWA. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that when Nas cut up P. Diddy in the track, Illmatic, you can't tell me that. You can't tell me any of that. But when you get social media involved and
Right.
you're in a different age, and when I say one thing, I can reach millions, it becomes different. And I'm not dissing you on tracks and waiting for the DJs to play it no more, Val. I'm dissing you on the tracks, and 10 minutes later, not an hour, 10 minutes later, somebody who's got a following, put it out there, and boom, you worldwide.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, I didn't realize it pays to depends on how the disc goes.
Pays to act a fool.
But I think it was the popularity. If I think about it, Not Like Us had over, I think it had over 1 million streams on Spotify and a few other places. So there was a lot of places where this song was being played. And here's the thing. I think here's my prediction for the Super Bowl. I believe that Kendrick is going to end with Not Like Us because of the popularity of the song, and he's got all that hardware now. I feel like he's going to end with that. Now he could end with All the Stars. He could end with, now I hope he does the song he did 3 years ago when he appeared with Dre, Snoop, 50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, all those cats.
I'm
all
good
right.
right now.
I want to hear all right. I want to hear all right.
I'm good right now with for promotional purposes only. And I am a Barry man. And I don't think he ends with that. I don't think he ends with that. I think that he ends with a new track. I think he ends with a new track off this Dre album that he's going. And I think that, Not Like Us is somewhere in the middle. I think it's somewhere song number 3, possibly song number 2, 3. After Her does something, he drops that. And then I think he does that and he finishes with something else. I think he gets the crowd hyped up on something, and then he hypes them up to Not Like Us. And then he drops his new track that's about to come out because he wants y'all to let you know, I got something else about to drop. And I think he finishes with another track.
Okay, so my prediction is, because I've seen a bunch of concerts, and if you have a record company that's working with you, they're going to let you know any new music that you're going to do it in the middle, but you sandwich your performance with something that's extremely popular and you end it with something that's extremely popular. So it's All Right, Not Like Us, or the direct opposite. He'll kick it off with Not Like Us and end with All Right, depending on which one was the bigger one.
I think you're forgetting. I think This Is America. I think
it might be America. It might be. Well, now This Is America. Are you thinking about Childish Gambino? This Is America. That wasn't him. That wasn't.
No, matter of fact, that was Childish Gambino. My bad.
That was Childish Gambino. You kept saying This Is America. I'm like, I don't think that was him.
Yeah, my bad. You're right. You're right. But I don't think that. I don't think that this track. I really think that he gonna give the people a performance, but I think he's gonna possibly end with a track that's a new track.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? And here's the thing. I'm rooting for All the Stars. I'm rooting for All Right. I'm rooting for Not Like Us. These are the 3 songs that I'm rooting for. I don't know the other ones he's gonna do, and then of course, who's gonna guest star with him, who's gonna drop in and do a verse or something, because it's always fun and exciting to see who else is gonna pick this one person. So that's gonna be the fun thing about that. Before we go, I want to make sure I did this earlier, But now that you're here, we could just go ahead and be formal about it. On next week, who's coming?
Man, next Monday, my girl. Whew, man, it took a minute to get her. She's one of them like TED Talk type people right now. For some of you guys, she got a book that's coming out talking about how you get yourself in order, how you can win in a game of basketball, how you can win in sports, but how you can win in life, how you focus your mind and concentrate on the things you need to do to be successful. She's a 16-year vet in FIBA basketball. For those that don't know, that's a Federal International Basketball Association, better known as FIBA overseas. And then she still came back and gave the girls some buckets in the WNBA. But here's the thing that y'all don't know. This young lady dunked blindfolded. What?
Where?
Man, we're going to talk about, See, you ain't know that, Val.
I didn't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See, y'all talking about these dudes doing this and Lisa left. This girl right here. Right here. The man right here. Right here. Right here. And she not only did that, she went on to coach a few of our guests that's been on our show. She was their head coach. So I got enough respect due that my girl, Sylvia Crawley, Spain, is going to talk to us a little bit about her career, life. And then I asked her to do something that I don't normally do, Val. And that is shed some light on who possibly is going to have a better career in Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. So this is going to be interesting. By the way, y'all know my word. Don't meet me at the party. Beat me to the party.
That's what I'm talking about. And like I said, so we're looking forward to seeing Sylvia on next week, which will be fun to see what she's going to be talking about. And of course, thank you so very much, Key Spot. We had her this morning on the morning show that I do.
Man, wish you let me know how to get on that messing with. I love that.
So this is our affiliate sponsor, Key Spot, connecting communities. Get the support you need for your business with Key Spot business partners, including business promotion and, of course, referrals, IT, discounts, and more. Sign up and join and get more information at keyspotapp.com. And, of course, we're going to let you guys know to go ahead and subscribe to the Interludes podcast. And, of course, here we go. A DJ saved my life. That is the cup. That is the cup. And of course, we got merch. I got my sweater. I'm so happy.
You see, I got my mock vest. I need to get my mock vest. I need to get my merch, girl. Need to get it.
That's right. I got my merch. So I'm excited. Scan the QR code or go to purelighthouse.media.net and find out how you can get a copy. And of course, on Patreon, join our community on patreon.com/interludes. And you guys can go ahead and find out some fun stuff for that. Oh my goodness. But that's our show on tonight, man. We had a good old time. We had a blast. And of course, come join us on next week when we are doing some more stuff, celebrating Black history. And we hope to have a guest next week. Ooh,
hey, I'm going to tell you something. I want you to remember this one thing for me. You don't remember nothing else. Black history ain't just February. We have Black history. We have 365 days a year. And you don't believe me, I'm going to wear a shirt to show you.
Exactly. And of course, Kevin reminding us that coming up on Super Bowl, the rematch of two African-American quarterbacks just in time.
For promotional purposes only.
Here we go.
I got KC 41-37. KC Wade.
41-37?
Patrick Mahomes MVP, 3P. Never been done. And for those that don't know that Miss Watson, a pull-up podcast, this will be the first time in history, in the history of the NFL, that two African-American quarterbacks met in a previous Super Bowl and then met again in another Super Bowl within a 5-year span. They just played each other in 23, Patrick Mahomes got a chance to win that. It was the first one. Then he came back and won in 24. Now he's up for 25. So tune in so we can talk about it.
Exactly. So what is going to happen? We're excited to see what will happen. And of course, will it be the Chiefs? Will it be Philadelphia? We don't know. And
Hey,
Jules is
Joel,
saying
you are
blacker
right.
than black.
Blacker than black, baby. Yay, yay. Hey. Hey,
So
and I'm telling you, I told you guys about this movie before, Val, and I love telling everybody right now. It's a very difficult movie to find. But if you've never watched it, it's a 1980, I want to say 89, 90 movie called Fear of a Black Planet. If you've never seen that movie, Google it, try to find it, to do it. Fear of a Black Planet. And it is hilarious.
Yeah, well, the fear is happening with other people. I don't fear a black planet. I embrace it. And on that note, Tony,
That note, I'm like,
I'm out. Peace.